you can find the average of a student with a single line of code in a SQL, like a select average of ages from students where age greater than 21, and where in the Java you have to write 50 lines of code for the same thing. So Java 8 introduced this concept of stream to do the same thing. So as per the definition, stream is a map, filter, reduce algorithm. So let us discuss this first. What is map, reduce and filter? So let's go to the Eclipse. So here it's a Java project. So I took very simple example to explain all the concept. Okay, but in practical there may be a difficult problems. So let's take the simple ones. Okay, so our problem statement, our final goal is to find the average of a student who are older than 20 years old, 21 years old. So how to create it? List that will be java.util of type students dot arrays dot as list. Firstly, we are trying to understand what is map, filter and reduce. Okay, so let's create the student class first. Create a student class, no main method. Okay, to speed up the thing, just add these properties, and also you can generate a set like that. So like source generate. I don't need set for now because I will set by constructor. I want to explicitly set. Okay, so our class is ready, student class with 3 properties, constructor and getters. So let's create this. Add elements to the list. So these are the rows to the list. Let's do a step by step. So we have all the student. First, what we are going to do, get the age of the students, all the age, okay, in one list. Then next, what we are going to do, filter with the age who is older than 21. Then we will have list of student with older than 21, and then we will find the average of the students. Okay, so let's do it. So let's create list. What is the type of age? It's an integer, right? And define it as ages new array list of integer. Okay, now we have this, then iterate over a for in loop. Okay, so take this student, okay, and add it to the what we are going to take, student dot get age. So what we did, let's try to print out the list, run the project. You got 22, 30, 11, 35. So you got all the ages of a student in a one list, and this is called map, right? Because what you did, you have one list and you map it to another list, so it's a map example. Okay, so here map logic ends. Then the next objective is to filter, find out, like we have all the ages, so we don't need 11 in the list. So one way to do is to remove it, right? So removing from the list is so how we are going to do it? Using iterator, right? That's the best way to do it. Iterator from Java8, and which will be of type integer because our ages is of integer, right? So iterator will be on this. Okay, and how we iterate on the iterator? We do itr dot has next, right? And then we do itr dot next to get the value which is of a type integer, but I need to convert into integer. So let's take this example, let's take this value into the int x. Now check if x is less than 21, then remove from the iterator, right? We have a remove method on the iterator and that is removed. So let's check the final output. So this is end here, system.out.println ages. So here you see 11 is gone, right? And this is called filter, because what you did, you filter out the age which is less than 21. So this is the filter operation. Now the last operation is, so you can do it in app, you can do the same thing in optimized way, but I want to explain you all the operations of map, filter and reduce. That's the reason I'm breaking the logic into the pieces. Okay, so now let's the last step, let's do the last step of a reduction. So how we are going to do the reduction? So now we have all the list, so iterate over the list, get the age from the ages, okay, and we are going to sum the age because we need to find the average. So how we are going to do it? So define one integer total age, initialize it to 0. So total age plus equal to age, okay. And what is the total number of record? Ages dot size, right? So how we can print the average age? Average age of student is total age divided by ages dot size. Let's print it. It's the same 29, right? Which is I shown earlier with the small piece of code, but it's the same piece of code with the breakup. Okay, map, reduce and filter. So average age of the student whose age is greater than 21 is a 29 for this list. Okay, this is the final output. Now just one thing, let's compare this. Okay, so how much line of code? 46 line of code we wrote for to find out the average of the student. Let's assume if you have a student table, let's compare this thing with the SQL. So let's say you have a student table and in that you have a age as a column, right? So how you will have, like, you have a student table where roll number, name and age is the column in that table. So how you are going to find the average? Select average age from student where age is greater than 21, right? This is just one line of code and you will get the complete average of ages where from the student table where age of the student is greater than 21. So just one line of code compared to the around 50 line of code of Java, right? Java 8 introduced the concept of a stream to do the same thing in a SQL way. So let's check out the next video. So why streams?